Pennsylvania, period.
That's right. Check it out. Fair field for fair deals.
Sign here, also sign here, initial there, sign here, sign here.
Make moving easy. Call Comcast first for all your communications and entertainment needs. Get digital cable and on-demand with thousands of choices that you can start and stop anytime. Stay constantly connected with blazing fast Comcast high-speed internet. Plus, get free features like McAfee Security. Get 2 great services from one company, conveniently connected at one time. Don't make a move without calling 1-888-COMCAST first.
Let's play some hoops here at Montoursville High School. Tonight we're ready for the starting lineups to be introduced for the green-clad Hughesville Spartans. And the starting lineups are brought to you by the new Rival Sports Bar and Grill. Spartans line up with Brian Hoover, Brian Gurney, Reason Davis, Josh Crownover, and Addison Hanford. And that is the probable start in the lineup. We understand that Hoover may not start, Babe, because of the flu type of thing he's been having this week, bronchitis and so forth.
Yeah, they introduced Jordan Holmes, number 10. He will go in for Hoover. Nick Tagliaferri told us he doesn't know how much he can get out of Hoover tonight, so he's going to set him on the bench as long as he can, but he likely will play.
All right, let's talk about the Montoursville Warriors starting lineups, brought to you by the new Rival Sports Bar and Grill. Eric Flood, Curtis Jacobson, Travis Heap, Vince Molesky, and Cody Haupt. There's some of the guys that will be starting tonight for the Montoursville Warriors, and you see them being introduced right now. There's Curtis Jacobson shaking hands with Hughesville head coach Nick Tagliaferri. See over in the far right-hand side of the gym something a little different that we're looking at here tonight, and that's going to be the Montoursville Pep Band. They got a pep band here tonight, a special spirit section, and they made up some special t-shirts. They turned off almost all the lights when the teams came out of the locker room tonight, and had the players throw t-shirts up into the stands for some special t-shirts made up for tonight's game.
A little class to the game. There's going to be a change in the starting lineup for the Montoursville Warriors. David Kresmer, who was injured, did not play in the last game, will start tonight for Montoursville. Cody Haupt will come off the bench. He'll see a lot of time. He started when Kresmer was injured.
We stand here at Montoursville for the playing of our national anthem. So, 2 teams looking for the playoffs. The Montoursville Warriors 12-7, and the Hughesville Spartans 17-2. Both teams trying to get their rhythm back after some time off. And we're just about set to finally play some basketball tonight here at Montoursville.
You know, both these teams had some big games in the last couple of weeks. We've talked a lot about the Montoursville upset of the Williamsport Millionaires. Ken Sawyer, you did that game, and you probably saw a Montoursville Warrior team play as well as they can play.
Oh yeah, they did a fantastic job that night, no question about it. They were really they played their game, and Williamsport was never quite able to overcome it. Came close a couple of times, and give the Warriors credit. They did what they had to do to win. That's what they'll try to do here tonight.
Yeah, that's what they're going to have to do here tonight. Very good Hughesville team that almost upset the #1 team in the state in their last outing in Communications Tech.
Ball was hit on the way up, so the ball will go over to the Montoursville Warriors. Ball will be taken out on the far side. Vince Molesky will throw it in.
This is a team that shoots well. When they're shooting well, they play well. When they're not shooting well, they have problems. We talked about that in the pregame show. Let's see what kind of start they get off to.
Outside, Jacobson looks left side to Kresmer. Kresmer had a great rebounding game against Williamsport, and Travis Heap there, you saw with the ball, had a tremendous ball handling game that night as well. Jacobson looking for some help, playing against the man-to-man defense the Spartans have put up for them. And there goes Heap putting it up and good. So that's sometimes an omen when you start out with a big three to start things. 3-0 Montoursville with Travis Heap.
Now coming back the other way, this is also a team that shoots well from the perimeter, but also attacks the basket very well.
Well, put up and no good by Hanford. Ball saved inbounds. Jordan Holmes trying to put it up. Hanford has it at the foul line. Reason Davis drives the baseline and cut off, gets it back to Hanford. Feeds it down inside to Crownover, and it's a 3-2 ball game.
But I'll tell you what, Josh Crownover plays as big as for a little man as you can play. I mean, he's not little by any means. He's 6'5", but I mean, he plays really big and tough in here. He's not a physically big kid as far as body weight size, but boy, he can push people around.
Heap setting up the offense. He and Davis going one-on-one. Some players on the floor away from the action. Jacobson trying to make it 2 threes in a row. Almost got it. Ball saved on the inbound nicely by Crownover. Davis brings it up in a hurry. Hanford on the baseline. They wheel it around left side to Holmes. Down low to Crownover again. He puts it up and in again. First 4 points of the ball game. So Nick Tagliaferri's decided to attack Montoursville inside. 4-3 Hughesville.
I thought Crownover in the game last week against Prep Charter had just an outstanding game. He was outmanned underneath the basket, still got his rebounds, still got his points, and just did a great job.
Oh, Molesky, a tough drive on the baseline to put it up and in for Vince Molesky. 5-4 Montoursville. Lead changes coming up. Baseline and missing. Jacobson trying to bring it up, now slows it down a bit. Heap goes around to pick. Hughesville trying to refine their men on defense. Both teams starting out man-to-man.
Yeah. Both teams can go to a zone quick.
Out front, Molesky slides the feet, so he'll turn it over. Couldn't get traction. Quickly into the ball game, Jason Marshallak comes into the ball game, and Eric Flood sits down for Montoursville. So Marshallak in now.
If you look at the right shoulder of Reza Davis,
yep,
you'll see he has a patch on there. That's the one he hurt in the game against Prep Charter.
Here comes Holmes trying to go to the baseline. Cut off by Jacobson. Reason hasn't shot yet. He goes left side. That fall away jumper up, no good. A rebound. Molesky fights for it, comes out with it. Gets it to Heap. Heap racing up the right side. Looks underneath for Kresmer. Saves it back inbounds. Molesky trying to save it from going back court. Saves it to the Spartans. Brian Gurney. Davis. Reason backs out. Looks at the offense. Hanford down inside the Crownover again. He's doubled front and back. Gets through. Puts it up. No good. Molesky.
Good defense by Molesky. Got a hand up there. Didn't allow him to get a good shot off.
5-4. Montoursville leading it. We're in the first quarter. If you're just joining us here at Montoursville, nice crowd on a Saturday night. Left side, that's Jacobson. He's 5'8" and a junior. Oh boy, he got around a double team very nicely there. They jumped out. He's doubled on the right wing. Pulls it back out to Heat. Montoursville being patient as they look for their attack. Heap again from Molesky. Backs out.
He's got a good look at the basket there. I thought maybe he should have taken that shot.
No shot clock in Pennsylvania. When we go up to New York State with these teams to play, they do have a shot clock there, and it's interesting. Most of the time, it doesn't have that much effect on the high school games we've seen, but every once in a while, you're 1-1. There's a fall down by Kresmer as he tried to drive in. Long pass up to Gurney. Gurney off to squared in. Brian Gurney's first 2 points. Hughesville now takes a 1-point lead, 6-5.
Brian Gurney, good addition to he had moved away from Hughesville. Went, I think, to North Carolina and then moved back this year. And boy, he's sure been a help for Nick Tagliaferri's team. 6-5 the score. Hughesville in the lead.
Molesky, a nice save as the ball was loose for a moment. Heap looking at the matchups. Hughesville crowd does a real good job getting behind their team. That applause they like to use. Down low, Molesky's going to be called for having been out of bounds and coming back inbounds for the turnover. Molesky was coming through the baseline. He was out of bounds, and he did not reestablish his presence before he caught the ball.
Good, a good pickup there by the ref underneath in the baseline. I thought that was a good call. Cody Halp into the ball game. Kresmer will sit down. Cody Halp had a good game down at Milton. One of the few players that had a good game down at Milton. Now, Kresmer did not play at Milton. Cody Halp started in that game.
Taggart into the ball game. Also Hoover into the ball game now. And Taggart nails the three. Greg Taggart comes off the bench and puts up a three. And the Spartans now a 4-point lead with 3 minutes to play in the first period.
Taggart and Holmes come off the bench for Useville, and they don't skip a beat.
And of course tonight Brian Hoover came off the bench. He's now on the floor. Also Drew Eisworth in the ball game now. Out front Molesky. Oh, nice drive down the lane. Going to get fouled as he comes down the lane. Going to be a blocking foul called. You can tell that Nick Tagliaferri doesn't like that call.
Nick Tagliaferri thought that should be a player possession foul.
Crownover's first personal foul. First team foul of the ball game. We played over 5 minutes of this ball game without a personal foul being called. Molesky up, can't hit it.
He's usually a good shot.
Got to hit those free throws. There you see 9-5 with 2:41 to play in this first period here at Montoursville tonight.
You know, even though it's early in the ball game, I really think it's important for Montoursville to stay in contact on the scoreboard.
Molesky 1 out of 2, got 3 points in the ball game now. Here's Taggart again. To Hoover. Gurney. Down low to Crownover. You see how they double and how he tried to even triple him right now. That leaves somebody else open. Brian Hoover will take the tray, and he hits it. But Brian Hoover knocks down the three-pointer.
Well, I'll tell you what, between last Thursday night's game with Altoona and Williamsport and this game right here, Ken, the threes are like coming down like rain.
Absolutely.
If you ever wondered if the impact it's had on
Molesky tries one and hits it from way downtown. He was out on Broad Street.
I think that was an NBA three there.
Cuts the lead in half. It's now 12-9 with 2 to play in the first quarter. Crownover again down low. Molesky down in there getting a lot of help from Halp. Gurney. Yes, it is. Another three. Brian Gurney.
You wonder the impact of the three-point play on the game of basketball. It's the dominating factor right now.
Well, and teams have changed their style. We talked about that in a game I did this afternoon on the radio with Lycoming and Albright. Here's Jacobson trying to respond, can't get it. Chased down by Kresmer. Back to Jacobson, 1.5 minutes to play. Spartans up by 6, 15-9 here in the first quarter. Molesky gets it back over to Heap. Kresmer drives in. Oh, nice step by, back up and in. Nope, not going to get it, but will get a foul on the floor. Question is, who's it going to be on? If it's Crownover, that's 2. It's not going to be Crownover. It's going to be Taggart. Taggart picks up his first. Davis back into the ball game. Reason Davis coming into the ball game.
Holmes back into the ball game also.
Gurney and Crownover sitting down. Now for Montoursville, Jordan Barton into the ball game. He'll key the inbounds pass. Heap looks down inside for Kresmer. Backs in on Davis. A hook shot, not going to get it. Ball fought far, and who's going to come out with it? Going to be out of bounds, a push out of bounds. And that's going to be a foul call. They're going to call a foul on that baseline going for the loose ball.
Drew Eisworth's going to get the foul called on him. Cody Halp was the player that was fighting for the ball underneath.
We have 1.8 minutes to play in this first period.
Only the third team foul, so they'll inbounds it. No team fouls against the Montoursville Warriors, Ken.
That's right. 15-9's our score with 1:08 to play. As you can see, the inbounds pass knocked away. And Addison Hanford will come back into the ball game now. And he's going to step in for Greg Taggart. That's going to move Davis. Davis was now going to cover Halp, as they're going to put Hanford in to cover against Kresmer. Out front, Halp with Kresmer. That's Heap. Under 1 minute now. One on the right side. Kresmer goes up, gets the ball, but his pass to the baseline, trying to hit Molesky, stolen by Hanford. Here's Holmes driving in. It's going to be a charge. Charge on Jordan Holmes. Player control foul. His first, team's fourth. So all the fouls being called thus far against the green and white.
Good job by Jordan Barton, number 10. Set himself up just in time. Drew the charge. You know, Holmes kind of had that look in his eye when he was going down the court that I'm taking it all the way. He wasn't looking anybody off. And good job by Jordan Barton to set himself up and get in between him and the player in the basket and pick up that player possession foul.
40 seconds left in the first quarter. All the way down his heat, goes left side Barton. He's for two and hits it. So Jordan Barton picks up a deuce. It's now 15-11 with 30 seconds left in the first period. Hughesville with the ball and the lead. Brian Hoover to Jordan Holmes. Left side Hoover. Hoover brings it out to Reason Davis. Reason. Hoover in the corner. Flashes down inside. Eisworth back out under 5 seconds now. Home shot short. Rebound. Davis tries to put it back up. He does. Beautiful job by Reason Davis to get his first 2 points as we come down to the end of the first quarter. Any 3-hole subs, $12.99 any day, any time at Subway. 17-11 Spartans lead at the end of 1.
A lot of car companies rigorously inspect their pre-owned vehicles. But no matter how hard they look, the one thing they'll never find is this. Drive with your heart. Buy with your head. Certified pre-owned by BMW. Only at your authorized BMW center.
Well, you know the name from Home Mortgages. Now Joan Kennedy is here at Fish Real Estate in the Golden Strip. Joan, congratulations.
Thank you very much, Gary. I'm part of Fish Real Estate's team, and I'm very happy to be here.
Tell you what, they've been at it 50-plus years. Solid name in real estate, and now you're dealing with people selling homes. You love working with the people.
I really do. The area of Cumming County and surrounding areas are very pleasant to work with, and I enjoy helping them.
Okay, what is that phone number here at Fish Real Estate?
326-1561.
Joan Kennedy, Fish Real Estate.
Start the second quarter. It'll be Spartan ball. Davis made a real nice play at the end of the quarter, babe.
But, you know, it's almost like Montoursville fell asleep under there. I think they thought the clock was running out and let Davis alone. He got the rebound and took it up almost uncontested.
Hanford. Gurney. Holmes. Man.
That is the 6th 3 of this ball game, and we're just starting the second quarter. 4 for Hughesville, 2 for the Montoursville Warriors.
Spartans now have a 9-point lead, biggest lead of the ball game. Here's it early in the second period. Drive to the hole, up and good by Travis Heap.
Travis Heap, nice job of getting that ball high off the board where nobody was going to block it.
Gurney penetrates. Ball knocked away. Molesky knocked it away, but picked back up by Crownover. Foul drive up, it's good. Holmes on the baseline puts it 2, and he goes for one more.
You know, I thought that should have been a travel on Josh Crownover. When he got that ball, he rolled over to clear himself to get rid of the ball. No, didn't get the call. And Holmes did a good job of driving hard to the bucket down the baseline and puts it away for 2.
Yeah, really nice job. One of the things they tried to adjust in the rules is to let you have a little more flexibility when you're on the floor this year. That's a good picture of Jordan Holmes. In and out. Didn't quite get it that time, but he's been a spark in this ball game already for the Hughesville Spartans with 5 points. 22-13. 9-point lead. Kresmer looks low for Molesky. Backs in to the baseline, puts it up off the square, can't get it. Hanford. Here's Holmes leading the break. Looks for Gurney in the left wing. He will. He does. Wow. Brian Gurney nailing the 3. 8 points now for him. Going to be a timeout called here. Timeout called by Montoursville. Any 3-hole subs, $12.99 any day, any time at Subway. 6:47 and a half. Spartans up by 12.
Ode to the Subway melt. Melt your hunger away with hot, gooey cheese covering smoky bacon, tender ham, turkey, and crisp veggies on a foundation of freshly baked bread. Your appetite just wrote a check that only a sandwich of this magnitude can cash. The one and only Subway melt. Not just any sandwich. A massive, mucho, munchable, mouth-watering melt of a sandwich. Subway. Eat fresh.
Back at Montoursville. Jamie Spencer had to have a timeout, babe. It's too much Spartans right now for him.
Yeah, and I think the timeout had more to do with his Warriors not taking good shots, not setting up to get the good shot. They're kind of forcing the ball up to the bucket right now.
10-second violation. Heap did not get across the midcourt line. He was waiting in the backcourt to make his move instead of getting into the forecourt, and it cost him.
That's turnover number 6 for the Montoursville Warriors, and that's not what Jamie Spencer wanted coming out of that timeout. Hanford will sit down. Into the ball game comes Taggart on the far side.
There you see Jordan Holmes throw it into Brian Hoover. Brian's been battling illness this week, but boy, he's out there running. Something about playing a game that makes some of those illnesses go away, isn't it?
Yeah, sure does. And you know, Hoover didn't start the game, but I don't think he's set down since he's come in.
Oh, backdoor cut, didn't get it though. They had Gurney going in for a backdoor cut. Montoursville stays in the man-to-man. Brian Gurney looks out to Taggart. They're using Crownover on a high post here and letting him set up the picks. They come out to double on Taggart. Off of that pick, didn't want him to be able to go inside. Holmes goes back and retrieves the ball. Brian Gurney. They're really spreading Montoursville out now. Gurney wanted to shoot from the line, didn't. Hoover feeds it down low. Crownover, fall away. Hits it. Josh was big early, took a breather. Now he's right back at it. 6 points for Josh Crownover.
Nice reverse pivot. Little finger roll, got that baby to drop in up there.
Ooh, that's a dangerous pass at midcourt. Taggart brings it up court, picks it up, looks for help, finds Hoover. Inside, Crownover. Oh, he missed it. Ball saved on the far side by Cody Haupt.
It was one of those cases. Crownover was too open. That time just it took a mid step, got too far away from the basket when he released the ball.
14 points, Spartan lead.
Montoursville badly in need of a bucket here.
7-2 run at the beginning of the second quarter. Molesky kicks it outside. Heap goes around to pick, baseline. Nope, but a whistle. Van Ransom has a call for us.
Foul's going to go against Hoover.
His first personal foul. And his 15th foul against the Spartans. As you can see, just one foul so far against Montoursville.
Heaps will go to the foul line. He'll shoot 2. 5:09 to go here in the second period. 27-13. Hughesville in the lead. And you got to shoot well from the foul line when you're behind like this. And the Warriors have not shot well from the foul line at all. They are 1 for 3.
You must take every opportunity, especially when the clock is stopped. That's a chance to make up some points without losing time. 14-point lead with just over 5 to play in the first half. The Spartans looking for win number 18 on the year. Up and good this time.
27-14.
Taggart.
Hughesville in the lead.
Down low to Crownover. Want to really go inside, and he puts it up. Can't get it. Kresmer gets the miss. Molesky dribbling out. Harris, but gets it away. Jacobson, that's Heap. On the left side. Oh, drives into the paint. Travis can't get it, and Greg Taggart gets the miss. What was it Jamie Spencer said to us in the beginning of the game? The long pass. Jordan Holmes, another 2 for him. He's got 7 points in the ball game now.
Boy, and who was that? Hoover on the assist?
Yep.
Great eyes by Hoover. Excellent pass. Got it over top of everybody's arms, right into the hands of Holmes, and he puts it away.
15-point lead now. 29-14 with 4:20 to play. Molesky hits it. Vince Molesky hits a 2. He's got 8 points in the ball game. 29-16 now. Jamie Spencer said to us in the pregame interview, we have to be able to shoot well, and his team has not shot well yet.
Nope.
Gurney.
And I think a lot of the not shooting well is they're not setting up and taking good looks at the basket. They're rushing. They're pushing the shots up.
Molesky with a spin move down the lane, gets his own rebound. Up it goes. Vince Molesky with 10 points. Hughesville calls timeout. Any 3-hole subs, any day, any time. $12.99 at Subway. 29-18 with 3:51 to play in the first half. Hughesville's on top.
For great food, great fun, great sports, you've got to be at Rivals River Avenue Williamsport, featuring their California wood-fired pizza.
It's the best pizza in town.
Mexican Mondays every Monday night. Wings night Wednesday. Best wings in town, 8 varieties. Of course, the big fish fry Friday night. Happy hour 5 to 7 every night. And also the best steak, salad, and more in town. Check it out for all the food, fun, and all the big games. Rivals River Avenue.
Yep. All right, they just throw the ball in. I'm trying to figure which official was watching me, Mike. I was looking around. All three of them were looking at me, but the one with the ball, except for the one with the ball. All right, here we go. Greg Taggart. No, nice knockaway by Kresmer, but Taggart gets it right back. Here's Reason Davis, puts it up. No good, but Taggart saves. They drive into the hole, put up, and it is good. Driving in for the Hughesville Spartans, Kyle Stubbs, who puts it up and in. And Kyle Stubbs gets a deuce.
Boy, nice shot by Stubbs. Put a little left-hand hook up. Got it to fall 31-18. 3:15 to go here in the second period.
Molesky for downtown hits it again, his second long three of the ball game. 13 points now for Vince Molesky. 31-21, 3 minutes.
The 7th three in this ball game. 4 by Hughesville, 3 by Montoursville.
Stubbs looks down low. Going to be a reach around foul on Kresmer. His first, team second. Will not be a shooting foul. Gurney coming back into the ball game for the Hughesville Spartans. And he's going to come in for Josh Crownover.
It's been a fairly fast first half, Ken. 2:54 to go. Only 7 fouls total have been called in this first half.
Reason Davis. He's playing, but you notice he's not being the assertive player that he is. I think, maybe if they don't need him to be assertive, they're not going to have him protect that injury.
You know, one thing about Reason Davis is that I've noticed that if his team has a lead, he doesn't necessarily stand out. It's when you get down to crunch time that he steps it up. And that's one of the things that makes him such an exceptional player.
Taggart commits the foul, his second 6-team foul against the Spartans. 10-point Hughesville lead with 2.5 minutes to play in this first half.
All right, next foul on Hughesville will be a penalty shot for the Montoursville Warriors. So they'll be in the bonus if that happens.
Notice that steps are going to be called at midcourt. Hughesville has lengthened their defense now. Turnover number 7 against the Montoursville Warriors. Hughesville is stretching out that defense a little bit at a time. Last time they started picking up right about midcourt when we had that 10-second turnover. Now they're picking up at the opposite foul line. So they're stretching the defense, making Montoursville work a little bit harder to get the ball up court and make some longer passes, which they can intercept.
Hughesville with a 10-point lead, but Montoursville's done a good job of cutting it down, Ken. They were down by as many as 15.
Yep, absolutely.
They need a turnover here, get the ball back, get some points on. Maybe they can get this down below into single digits before half. That'd be big.
Stubbs has the ball knocked away. Davis saves it, takes over, gives it to Holmes. He's had a big first half for the Spartans. Davis driving to the hole and going to be a charge. Is that what he's saying? It looks like.
They're going to call a player possession. Ooh,
yep.
that was close.
Reason Davis is going to pick up his first personal foul. 7th team foul. Of course, player control foul does not mean a shooting. So with 2 minutes to play in the first half, Hughesville now with some full court pressure. Kresmer at midcourt. They've got a 3-on-3 situation for a few moments. Haupt into the lane, puts it up. It won't go, but he will draw a foul. So Montoursville getting Hughesville not in a real bad foul trouble yet, but starting to build them up a little bit here.
Cody Haupt, only a sophomore, was looked to be a big part of Montoursville's football program this fall, and before the season ever started, he had developed a stress fracture in his lower back, had to set out the entire season. He worked his way back into basketball and has seen a lot of playing action here during the basketball season. Hopefully he'll be good for the football season next year. Reason
Davis sits down. He's got 2 personal fouls. He had the foul on that one. Montoursville not able to convert very well at the foul line tonight. Gets 1 out of 2 to Cody Haupt.
Montoursville 3 for 6, shooting 50% from the foul line. They're going to have to shoot better than that.
Crownover down into the low post, puts it up and in. They go back to Josh, the senior, every time they get the opportunity to. That's 8 points for him. Back to a 33-22 lead. Ooh, nice save by Jacobson, that long pass. Kresmer back out to Jacobson. 1.5 to go in the first half.
Montoursville's picked their game up defensively, and that's what's closed this lead down. Offensively, they haven't gotten to their peak yet. They can play much better in this offensively.
Molesky penetrates. Has used up his dribble. Gets it back out to Heap. Hughesville fans wanted to travel there. into the paint. Hout blocked by Hanford, and Hanford gets the ball. Addison Hanford with a 1-on-2 holds it up wisely. Left side, Hoover fakes the three, goes to the hole. That's 2 for Brian Hoover. Nice play by all the way from the block by Hanford to getting the ball into a good shot.
And just like that, Hughesville opens up a 13-point lead. 50 seconds to go here in the second period.
Heap down the lane, puts it up and gets it. Travis has been able to drive a couple of times. He's got 8 points now. 40 seconds left in this first half.
Cody Haupt did a good job at jamming things up underneath. Gave an alley for Heaps to get down and get that shot off. Down by 11.
Holmes straight away. Ooh.
25 seconds.
He thought about putting that one up, didn't he?
They're going to set up for one.
18 and counting. Hoover looks at the clock. It's over up in the back wall here at Montoursville's high school gym. 10 seconds now. Hoover into the paint. Ooh, a little push off, no call. Hanford picks it up, puts it up and in. Addison Hanford's first 2 points of the ball game. Long throw, won't make it. We're at halftime. Any 3-hole subs, anytime, any day at Subway, just $12.99. Coming up, we'll have the Fish Real Estate Joan Kennedy halftime show. And Babes, who is he? Where is he now? At halftime, it's Hughesville 37, Montoursville 24.
Your local computer advantage is Computer Connections, 1204 River Avenue. Right, Mike and Pam Jensen?
We offer products to take care of everyone, from the individual end user all the way to the largest corporation. And we service our products after the sale.
That's right. If you got a problem, give me a call. If need be, I'll send a tech out to your home and take care of the situation.
But most of the time you can answer the question. And don't forget our Saturday classes. Come see us here at Computer Connections.
Buy proof from my dad.
Sure, there are a lot of new cars out there. But why settle for a brand new whatever, when for the same investment you can drive a certified pre-owned BMW? Drive with your heart. Buy with your head. Only at your authorized BMW center.
Well, you know her from the home mortgage business, and now she's with Fish Real Estate. Joan Kennedy, congratulations on a big new move.
Thank you. I'm very, very happy and fortunate to be part of the Fish family.
Okay, you've been working with Fish, working with realtors for a lot of years, so now this is a natural move for you.
It really is, and the opportunity came up, and I was happy to accept it and be here doing real estate, buying, selling homes, and the finance background certainly did not hurt me.
Okay, great thing about Fish, they've been doing it over 50 years. All that longevity, it's solid in the area when it comes to commercial or selling homes, and you love that part of it, working with people.
I really do. Like Cumming County and the surrounding areas have been very, very good to me, and I enjoy working with the people locally, and now I can help them buy their first home or buy their second.
Okay, and the real estate market locally is solid right now. People hear something nationally, but locally, you guys are on fire right now.
Oh, I think so, Gary. You know, the rates are good, so we can help those first-time home buyers, and the inventory of houses locally is very, very good. So give us a call and we'll help you out.
Bill Fish, you have a new addition here at Fish Real Estate.
Yes, Joan Kennedy. We are really proud to have Joan associated with us. Joan's been very, very active in the real estate and mortgage business, and now she's going to spend a lot of time with a quality organization, and Fish is absolutely delighted to have her.
Okay, it's exciting. Fish Real Estate, East 3rd, here on the Golden Strip in Williamsport. The new move for you, so you're doing a little bit of everything, but real estate, the new forte, and that's a lot of fun.
It really is, and I'm looking forward to staying here and being part of the team for a lot of years.
That's right. Joan Kennedy, Fish Real Estate. Joan, what's that number?
326-1561.
Joan, congratulations. We'll be back with more of the game. Don't go away.
Who is a Montoursville High graduate who would impact on local athletics in 5 sports-related arenas? Well, if you guessed Tim Shannon, you're correct. Tim played for the Montoursville Warriors in the late 1960s. He would go on to become a coach, an official, athletic director, and radio sports analyst. Tim was the boys' varsity basketball coach at his alma mater from 1975 to 1988. In 14 seasons, he would lead the Montoursville Warriors to 249 wins against only 93 losses, a 73% winning record. He would lead the Warriors to 3 District 4 titles and was named Coach of the Year in 1979 and 1985. In 1985, Tim was named the Pennsylvania Basketball Coaches Association Coach of the Year. In baseball, Tim managed the Montoursville Senior League team to the Pennsylvania and Eastern Regional Championships and a 4th-place finish in the 1990 World Series. He served on the Montoursville Little League Board of Directors for 13 years and as the Montoursville School District's athletic director for 3 years. He has been a PIAA official in 4 sports over the past 34 years. Tim officiated basketball, football, baseball, and softball and has worked numerous districts and state playoff games. Tim also broadcasts various sporting events as a color analyst on local radio. Tim and his wife reside in Montoursville. Tim Shannon, this week's Rennie Rod Armo Allstate Insurance. Who is he and where is he now? Tune in next game for another Rennie Rod Armo Allstate Insurance. Who are they and where are they now? And Ken, first half a little shaky. I don't think either team really got into the rhythm that they wanted to get into.
Yeah, welcome back to this Fish Real Estate Joan Kennedy halftime show here at Montoursville. You saw some bitty basketball going on here, which is great. I agree with you, babe. It's a game that Montoursville was going very well early in the ball game, and then we saw Hughesville going very well early in the ball game. Montoursville then struggled a little bit, and Hughesville pulled out in front to a 15-point lead. But we saw Montoursville come back by playing defense, rebounding better. Matter of fact, the halftime rebounds are kind of surprising. They're almost equal. Montoursville with 13, Hughesville with 12 in the first half. One of the things that's hurt Montoursville as Hughesville's extended the defense is turnovers. 7 turnovers by Montoursville, just 3 for Hughesville. And, of course, the foul line. Montoursville 3 for 6. Hughesville only got there 1 time in the first half. So very interesting first half of play. Hughesville seems to be able to, when they get in their running flow, seems to be able to do it. Montoursville really struggling to get shots. Fortunately for them, they've been able to hit 3 threes, but Hughesville's had 5 threes in the first half.
Before I say anything, I got to point out my tie, Ken Sawyer, on the monitor. I do not have a rainbow light-up tie on. It's just hot on the monitor for some reason. It looks that way. I wanted to make that clear. They think, what in the world is he doing up there? Yeah, I agree with you, Ken Sawyer. I think the big thing in the first half was 7 threes, 4 by Hughesville, 3 by Montoursville. Jamie Spencer called a key timeout and got his team playing very good defense. They took it down to under double figures to a 9-point lead, but then Hughesville just put on the gas pedal and came back down and opened it back up to a 13-point lead here at half. But, this game, if Montoursville can get some offense and some defense going at the same time, I think they're right back in this ball game. Hughesville, they're playing very well right now. They're getting a lot of people in the ball game, but they've got to keep shooting well, which they've been doing to keep this lead.
Vince Molesky has 13 points, 5 rebounds in the first half. Josh Crown over 8 points and 4 rebounds. Hughesville's got a good distribution of scoring other than Molesky and Travis Heat with 8 points. Montoursville doesn't have many other people in the scoring column. Second half coming up. It's a 37-24 halftime lead by the Hughesville Spartans over the Montoursville Warriors. This is the Fish Real Estate GMC halftime show with Joan Kennedy. Second half's coming up.
The Rennie Rhode Armel Insurance Agency has been providing a wide range of insurance products to your friends and family for the past 29 years. Whether you need auto, home, life insurance, business insurance, annuities, or CDs, the Rennie Rhode Armel Agency wants to be your agent for life. We're located on Westminster Drive and Legion Road in Pennsdale. Our friendly, helpful staff is available for all your insurance needs. Call Rennie Rhode Armel Insurance Agency today.
I hope you are enjoying the game. Hi, I'm Alex from AAA Travel. As you know, AAA Travel can arrange your travel plans for cruises, tours, Las Vegas trips, Disney trips, and European trips. I would like to talk to you about all-inclusive resorts in the Caribbean.
You can find all-inclusive resorts from St. Thomas to Aruba, from San Juan to the Bahamas, and from Jamaica to the Dominican Republic. I prefer the all-inclusive resorts in Mexico myself. The great things about all-inclusive resorts are all your meals, entertainment, and drinks are included. There are many dining options. You can eat at the buffets, which are spectacular and have a wide variety of food. Or you can make reservations at one of the many specialty restaurants. They vary from Caribbean food to Japanese food to steakhouses and European specialties. And trust me, the food is wonderful.
My favorite all-inclusive resort is in Mexico. The new vacation spot called Riviera Maya is located about 50 miles south of Cancun.
This resort area has over 30 all-inclusive resorts. My personal favorite is the Coba. This resort has 7 swimming pools with swim-up bars. The beaches are beautiful with private cabanas and activities including scuba diving, snorkeling, kayaking, parasailing, and beach volleyball. There were some really cute guys. The shopping was great. Most resorts have on-site shopping centers and stores. So if you are looking for your main one-week vacation, a long weekend, or a 3 to 4 night getaway, call the travel experts at AAA Travel to give you some all-inclusive resort options in the Caribbean and Mexico. They will find the resort that fits your needs and budget. Call 323-8431 or log on to aaa.com/Caribbean Vacations for AAA internet pricing. You will find our internet pricing is competitive with all other internet travel sites, and in many cases, much better.
Remember, don't go to strangers, go to the friendly travel experts at AAA Travel. Enjoy the second half of the game. This is Alex for AAA Travel saying goodbye and keep traveling.
Fisher Insurance and Fisher Financial Group has been serving the area since 1966. They're the largest Erie insurance agency in Lycoming County. Owner Jerry Fisher and Tom Toller are certified insurance counselors and have years of education to reach their mark of distinction status, specializing in business and commercial insurance for home, auto, life, and so much more. And for great rates and great service, better coverage, call Fisher today, 323-3600. Well, you know the name from Home Mortgages. Now Joan Kennedy is here at Fish Real Estate in the Golden Strip. Joan, congratulations.
Thank you very much, Gary. I'm part of Fish Real Estate's team, and I'm very happy to be here.
Tell you what, they've been at it 50-plus years. Solid name in real estate, and now you're dealing with people selling homes. You love working with the people.
I really do. The area of Lycoming County and surrounding areas are very pleasant to work with, and I enjoy helping them.
Okay, what is that phone number here at Fish Real Estate?
326-1561.
Joan Kennedy, Fish Real Estate. You know, the most talked about promotion we've done on KISS FM over the last couple of years, Home for the Holidays Makeover. Grand prize winners this year, the Keyser family here in Cogan Station, and Rainbow Carpet played a huge role. John Masseri, you were here working day and night. Let's talk about the work that you did from Rainbow.
That's right, Gary. We threw in a 3/4-inch hardwood maple floor in here. It's a traditional cut. It really met all of her needs and all of her tastes. Fantastic floor. It's by Wickham.
Okay, it had the country southwestern look, and then you added a little addition in the living area. What about that carpeting there?
We threw in a Shaw Essentials twist. It is a platinum. It is gorgeous carpet, and it is a jewel tone that pulled in all the colors that we're looking for. Fantastic.
Okay, the bathroom, spectacular change. You talk about a makeover. Let's talk about the work you did. You did a couple of things in that bathroom from Rainbow.
Mannington sheet good vinyl on the floor, looks just like ceramic, and then we threw in an actual ceramic backsplash behind the shower area above the whirlpool tub. It looks great.
Yeah, you guys did a great job. Rainbow Carpet, East 3rd and Williamsport. I know one lady that's happy. The grand prize winner on KISS FM with Rainbow. We're talking about Diane Keyser.
I loved it. It just made it look so classy, the kitchen. It tied everything together. They did a super job. The living room carpet, it's so warm, makes the living room just so comfortable. They asked me my ideas. They listened to me. They really gave me some better ideas even. The bathroom, the tile around the tub is so nice. And the linoleum floor looks like tile, and I love it. They did a super job. I appreciate all their work. I'd go to them in a minute.
Just about set for the second half to start here at Montoursville tonight. Just want to send out congratulations to Don Friday and his Lycoming College basketball team. What an impressive win over Albright earlier today at Lombardy. Albright was the only undefeated team left in the Commonwealth Conference, so that league is going to be up for grabs, and huge win after a loss then at Messiah Wednesday night when we were down there, and then last Saturday and at Widener. 2 tough losses, and so a real good effort there. Coming up later in the week, in addition, if you're watching this on Sunday, replays again on Monday night of the Altoona-Williamsport game with Gary and Babe, and then this ball game between Hughesville and Montoursville on Monday night. Later in the week, we're going to have Jersey Shore and Milton for you, and next weekend we'll have University City against Williamsport. So we're set to go for the third quarter. Hughesville with a nice 37-24 lead, and we're set to play basketball here at Montoursville High School. See what the second half brings, what changes the coaches may have made, as both of these teams know they're going to be in the playoffs. Hughesville looks very good for a top seed. There's Molesky down to the hole. Wouldn't fall for him. I think everybody on Montoursville thought that one was going in. It hung.
Nobody followed. Nobody followed. They could have had a rebound there possibly, but nobody followed, and as a result, they get a break in the far end. Crownover misses the shot.
He had a pretty good arm on his back on that one, I think, and he didn't get called, but that's all right.
By the way, if you're watching this on Sunday, it starts an hour early when we have double headers. Monday night, this game will start at 6. The Williamsport game will. This game here about 2.5 hours later. So it'll be about 8:30 that this game here will come on Monday night.
Molesky underhand, can't get it. Nice rebound by Hanford. Here's Davis. Reason goes to the hole, puts it up. It won't fall. Tap Crownover good. He's got 10 points tonight for Josh Crownover.
And I'll tell you, that time the Warriors did not get back on defense. They need some help back here. You got to follow. He missed the shot. Still, nobody was there. Crownover went up, got the tap in, and there was no one around him.
Back to a 15-point lead now. 15-point lead for Hughesville early. Here's Kresmer. Had to pull the shot down. They met travel. Reason Davis came over, went flying past him, and he pulled it down, and he was already up in the air. 39-24, just underway in the second half at Montoursville. The Hughesville Spartans out in top.
Back to a 15-point lead. This is the biggest lead of the night. Tied with the biggest lead of the night for the Hughesville Spartans.
Into the paint, Gurney. Back out to Davis. Davis drives, puts it up, in and out and in. Reason Davis has 4 points tonight, coming off his 30-point performance a week ago that made him the Price Optical Athlete of the Week.
Nice adjustment in midair to get that ball turned so he could get a shot off the backboard.
Now 17-point lead by Hughesville. Molesky down inside to Kresmer. He's doubled, hooks it up nicely. Dave Kresmer's first 2 points of the ball game. 41-26. Davis to the hole, kicks it out. Gurney for 3. Nope, hit the wires up the top, so that's a dead ball. And that means the ball will be taken out by Montoursville in the baseline. Notice here at the beginning of the second half, Nick Tagliaferri's pulled his defense back a little bit. They were going three-quarter court. Now they're waiting till about half court to pick up.
This is his original starting lineup also. Hoover will start the second half. I don't think Hoover's been out since he came in.
Molesky couldn't hit the shot. Gurney gets the long rebound and races it up. He's got a 1-on-3. As the ball rejected, Jacobson goes down. He took a blow. Hanford tries to go to the basket. He'll be fouled by Molesky, his second personal foul on Vince. First team foul this half on Montoursville.
A lot of contact on that possession.
Well, that's one of the things I think we've seen more of in basketball this year, both in the high school and the college levels. We're seeing more contact than we did than we have in previous years.
A lot of body contact by the players.
Up and good. Addison Hanford nails the free throw.
Hanford's is a sleeper. You know, all of a sudden he pops up, makes a big rebound, makes a big shot, does something good in the game, and he kind of tips off this Hughesville team. He's kind of one of the unsung players. You don't hear a lot about him until all of a sudden he does something big.
He hits 2 free throws. That gives him 4 points. Now that full court pressure's back on. In the backcourt, Haupt now gets it to Heap, and there's a whistle. There's going to be a timeout called by Jamie Spencer. So Montoursville calls timeout. Any 3-hole subs, $12.99 any day, any time at Subway. 5.5 left to go. It's a full timeout, 43-26 Hughesville.
Your local computer advantage is Computer Connections, 1204 River Avenue. Right, Mike and Pam Jensen?
We offer products to take care of everyone, from the individual end user all the way to the largest corporation. And we service our products after the sale.
That's right. If you get a problem, give me a call. If need be, I'll send a tech out to your home and take care of the situation.
But most of the time you can answer the question. And don't forget our Saturday classes. Come see us here at Computer Connections.
Buy proof from my dad.
The place to go before and after the game. The Lodge, Golden Strip in Williamsport. New GM Tommy Best back in town. Boy, you guys have great food.
Absolutely. We got great burger steaks. Our mile-high nachos are world famous and best ribs in town.
Yeah, check out the great entertainment. Happy Hour Friday night. What else?
Karaoke every Wednesday. Thursdays we have a Texas Hold'em tournament and live entertainment every Saturday night.
Check it out before and after the game. The Lodge, Golden Strip in Williamsport.
Jacobson will bring it up court as the ball is put back in play after the Montoursville timeout. Babe Jamie had to have a timeout there.
Yeah, he's down by 17 points. 5:17 to go here in the third period, but his team was playing just about like that. There's a
steal by Holmes. And here's Gurney. Two more. Jordan Holmes, who's had a whale of a ball game, gets that ball to Gurney, who has 10 points now.
Tell you what, they're starting to take over this ball game. Montoursville needs something big, and they need something soon. Well, Mike Bohr did a good job of trying to get back on that play, just couldn't get there in time.
Jacobson. They go to the left corner. Hughesville tightening up that defense. You know, it's funny, we often talk about when you have a layoff about the offense not being there, the shooting touch not being there. But when you play good man-to-man and helping man-to-man, sometimes I think that suffers more in the layoff than the offense does. Be a foul on the drive. As Heap went down the lane, he'll draw a foul there. And Hanford will commit the foul, his first team foul this half.
Right now, it's critical that the Montoursville Warriors hit from the foul line. They going into from the first half, they were 3 for 6, only shooting 50%. They usually shoot far better than that. Heap hits the first.
He's got 9 points in the ball game now. Wholesale changes. Taggart back in for Hughesville. Davis back in as well. Also Kyle Stubbs back on the floor for the Spartans. See a good look there at Travis. He puts it up and hits. So Travis Heap with 10 points now. 45-28. Hughesville leading it. We're in the third quarter, not quite halfway through the third period here at Montoursville High School. Crownover going to the hole as they kick it back out. Jordan Holmes, blocked away by Molesky. Nicely picked up by Jordan Barton. Gives it to Travis Heap. That's 2. Travis Heap has 12 points.
Good transition off the block.
Some full court pressure by Montoursville now.
Jordan Barton in the ball game, and also in the ball game is Mike Bohr.
Here's whistle before he could take the three. There's going to be a foul called. The Stubbs went to set up to take the 3 shot in the left side. So Bohr picks up the foul. Mike, his first, second team foul. Ball loose on the floor, diving for it. Now Davis, and there's going to be a clip, and Bohr's going to get his second foul just that quickly.
Yeah, Bohr was going after the ball, got into a slide and cut Reason Davis down. Good hustle though by Bohr. I know why Jamie put him in the ball game. He's a hustler and picking up a little bit of speed on that defense. Him and Barton both.
Jordan Holmes gets it into Kyle Stubbs, and he looks for Greg Taggart, and there's going to be a foul on Bohr again. That's his third. Pushing it in the back on Crownover. So I think he's going to be headed back, maybe being replaced as Kresmer heads to the table and Jacobson heading to the table. Mike Bohr heads over.
And Cody Halp will sit down.
Hughesville ball on the baseline, a 15-point lead with 3:43 to play in the third period. Stubbs down inside the Crownover, just turns, puts it up, can't hit it this time, and the rebound, Vince Molesky. Vince brings it up across the timeline. Now, after the hesitation, goes to the hole, gets it to the rim, rebound back up by Kresmer, couldn't go, but he's fouled.
Okay, a little more hustle out of the Montoursville Warriors right now. They picked up the pace of their game. Came out of the locker room slow. I thought they'd play a little better coming out of the locker room. Got it down to a 15-point game. Has a chance to bring it under 15. Still plenty of time, 3:28 to go. It's a matter of the Warriors putting a good second half together. And the Spartans right now seem to be out of rhythm a little bit, Ken. They're not, they don't seem to be into their game either.
Dave Kresmer misses the first. That was Reason Davis's third personal foul. So he will sit down for a while. Holmes, Hoover, Hanford, Taggart, Gurney on the floor for Hughesville. Kresmer hits that one. Dave with 3 points in the ball game now. 45-31. Hughesville leading Montoursville with 3:20 to play in this third period. Hanford, Gurney, Hoover, outside, Jordan Holmes. Nope, rebound, knocked around, back up, Gurney, no good. Rebound, Hanford, Gurney, Molesky, it'll be a held ball. The held ball will go to Hughesville.
I'll tell you what, Hughesville has gotten a little cold here, Ken. They're not shooting nearly as well as they were up to this point in the ball game. It gives Montoursville a chance to slide back in here.
Jordan Holmes out front now. Wants to penetrate, needs help. Ball knocked away by Travis Heap, loose. Holmes ends up picking it up. Hanford down the lane, no, but there's going to be a foul call.
Well, I tell you what a hustle job by Holmes, Ken. He knocked that ball loose twice, kept at it, stayed with the ball, gets it back, and puts his teammate on the foul line. That's going to be, I think, the fifth, will be the 15th foul against the Montoursville Warriors here in the second half, and we still have 2:51 to go here in the third period. Only 2 team fouls against Hughesville.
Addison Hanford misses that one. He's 2 for 3 at the line in this ball game. Cody Haupt will come back in, and Dave Kresmer will sit down. Foul was on Jacobson, by the way, his first. 45-31. Hughesville leading Montoursville with just under 3 minutes to play in the third. Hanford hits this. He's 3 out of 4 at the line with 5 points for Addison Hanford.
15-point lead, back to 15. Montoursville starts to make a run, and then Hughesville does something to close it down.
Oh, Molesky saved that one. Jacobson. Taggart almost got the steal. He anticipated that pass. Here's Heap trying to go one-on-one. He'll put it up. It won't go, but Hoover will be committing the foul, his second and the third team foul against the Spartans this half.
Good quick move by Heap. Got a good first step. Hoover tried to recover, but
Travis
picks up the foul.
Hope you're enjoying the Fairfield Auto Group Game of the Week from Montoursville tonight. Ken Sawyer in for Gary Chrisman. He'll be back in about a week or so.
In the meantime, we got a couple more games to do, Ken.
Absolutely.
We'll be at Jersey Shore on Tuesday night. Jersey Shore and Milton. Jersey Shore needs a win to get into the playoffs, and boy, they've had trouble getting that win, Ken.
Yep.
If they don't get the win, they get snowed out.
Yep.
They don't get to play.
Third. Travis Heap hits 1 out of 2. Now Montoursville puts a little token full court pressure on. But Jordan Holmes handles it and gives it to Brian Hoover. 46-32, Hughesville leading it. Inside, the pass for Taggart, but saved by Gurney. Hit legs and bounced out, and Brian Gurney sets up the offense once again. Into Addison Hanford, turn, follow away jumper, doesn't get it. Molesky with the rebound. Travis Heap picks up his dribble. That's one of the things you want to do to that point guard. If you can just make them pick up that dribble, especially if you're not where they want to be, that can really affect an offense. Well, once again, Haupt drives into the lane, and Haupt's going to draw the foul on Addison Hanford, his second. And that's what Montoursville is basically doing. They're clearing out against the man-to-man, trying to go one-on-one, and if they don't make the shot, at least get to the foul line. Thing is, they need to shoot better at the foul line.
2 fouls on Hanford. That's the 4th team foul.
Haupt up and good. He's 2 out of 3 at the line in this ball game, 2 points. Davis and Crownover back in. Kresmer back in for Montoursville. Jacobson's going to sit down for Montoursville.
Davis is in with 3 fouls. I'm surprised Nick Tagliaferri put him in with 57 seconds to go here in the third period.
Good picture of Cody. Up and good.
Reason Davis has the ability to play with 3 fouls. He's not someone that you're going to worry about going in there and picking up
all of a sudden,
foul.
12 points and a kick. 12-point lead now by Hughesville, 46-34. So Montoursville keeps creeping back up, but every time they start to get it down to single digits, Hughesville makes a run. The Spartans looking for postseason play. They've worked awful hard in the offseason. Crownover fouled as he goes to the basket. Nick Tagliaferri and his Hughesville players and their families have been all over the East Coast playing basketball this summer, trying to get themselves ready to play in this season. This is one of the seasons they've really been pointing for. Look at, you can see Jamie Spencer there studying his Montoursville team. These bunch of kids that have been with him since their freshman year, and they've worked their way up. Crownover misses the first one. Foul was on Jordan Barton, his first.
Hughesville 3 for 6 from the foul line. They're not shooting much better than the Montoursville Warriors.
Hits this one, does Josh, and he's got 11 points. Jacobson back at the ball game. Jordan Barton sits down. Both of these coaches have taken programs that needed to be rebuilt, and they've brought them back up. And they're right on the verge. Only the Hughesville program not on the verge. They're there. They just have to see how far they can push it. Nice baseline drive, but a miss by Kresmer. Crownover to Hoover. Holmes, nice pass up to Gurney, up and in. Wow. It was a deflection, but it was enough on it that Gurney could put it up. He's got 12 points now.
That was a bad break for the Warriors. They should have had a turnover there. Instead, it turns into 2 points.
Back to a 15.
Hughesville Spartans.
Back to a 15-point lead.
You know, Hughesville takes advantage of situations, though, Ken. They're well disciplined, and they respond well to things that are going on out on the floor, and they get a lot of what looks like breaks, but really it's just good play, good solid hard play.
Here's Haupt driving in, has to pull up, finds Molesky, catch and shoot, can't hit it. Haupt goes back up, knocked away by Gurney, out of bounds, and the block by Gurney.
All right, Warriors will inbound from the baseline.
56 seconds left to play in this third quarter.
Yeah, back to a 15-point lead, and you mentioned it. I mean, Montoursville will close it down to where they look like they may have a shot at single digits, and all of a sudden Hughesville picks up quick points, and we're back up to a 15-point game.
Now, one of the things that I think this Hughesville team has mastered is playing different styles of ball. Molesky hard to the hole, can't get it, foul on Crownover. His second and 5th team foul this half against the Hughesville Spartans. 41 seconds left to play, third period. 49-34 Hughesville. Over Montoursville, Molesky goes to the free throw line. Vince with 13 points in the ball game.
You know, you talk about coaching of these two teams, and both these coaches did take over a program. Boy, Molesky usually is deadly from the foul line. You talk about these two coaches. At one time, Nick Tagliaferri was the youngest head coach in the state of Pennsylvania, and Hughesville took a gamble on him. Boy, you talk about a gamble that's worked out. He's done a great job of bringing this program around to where it's the premier program right now in District 4. And Jamie Spencer, same thing down here in Montoursville. He was coaching at Lycoming College, and left Lycoming College to come down here to take over a program that was just stagnant in the water, and he's brought them around to where they qualify for the playoffs this year with a darn good record.
Eric Flood back in the ball game for Montoursville. Molesky making that free throw. 14-point lead. Hughesville winding the clock down at the end of the third quarter here. 15 seconds left. One of the things you learn when you go out on the road like this Spartan team did is you learn how to play a lot of different styles of basketball. A lot of different styles out there these days. Inside, Crownover up off the square, no good. Rebound, Haupt. That's going to be the end of the quarter. Any three-hole subs, any day, any time at Subway, just $12.99. Into 3, you see it. Hughesville up by 14.
Sure, there are a lot of new cars out there. But why settle for a brand new whatever, when for the same investment you can drive a certified pre-owned BMW? Drive with your heart. Buy with your head. Only at your authorized BMW center.
Well, you know the name from Home Mortgages. Now Joan Kennedy is here at Fish Real Estate in the Golden Strip. Joan, congratulations.
Thank you very much, Gary. I'm part of Fish Real Estate's team, and I'm very happy to be here.
Tell you what, they've been at it 50-plus years. Solid name in real estate, and now you're dealing with people selling homes. You love working with the people.
I really do. The area of Lycoming County and surrounding areas are very pleasant to work with, and I enjoy helping them.
Okay, what is that phone number here at Fish Real Estate?
326-1561.
Joan Kennedy, Fish Real Estate.
Fourth quarter gets underway with Vince Molesky tossing the ball in for Montoursville, down by 14. See what they can do in this fourth period. Travis Heap trying to. Notice they inside. Hughesville's cheating a little bit off their man-to-man because they're trying to block the driving passages in there. Jacobson tries to feed it through, and the ball gets turned over by Montoursville. Another turnover for the Warriors in this ball game. Turnover number 12.
All right, the Warriors need to play a little bit tighter than that with that ball when they have a possession. You're into the fourth period now. Every possession is going to count. Spartans bringing it up the floor. Taggart back in the ball game. Spartans getting some good depth, Ken.
Yep, and that's important this time of year because as you go around the state, you'll also find that you're going to see different types of calls and so forth. Hanford misses the long shot, and Haupt gets it. Molesky on the break, spots up for the three, partially blocked perhaps, and Crownover gets another rebound.
Was blocked. Crownover pulls it down out of midair.
Hanford getting a piece of that. Davis outside to Hoover. Taggart down low to Crownover to Hanford. Nice play up and in. That is how you play basketball right there.
Good ball movement, easy layup for Hanford underneath.
16-point margin with 7 to play in the game. See how good this Montoursville team is. They're going to get Molesky for a foul, I think, at midcourt.
They're going to get him for a moving screen. He went to set up the screen and then went to move. I don't think he realized what was happening. And as he went to move, his teammate made the cut off the screen. And they're going to get him for a moving screen, and that'll be the 7th team foul. As I see it, it should be a shooting foul. Yeah, that's a shooting foul. They just blew the buzzer.
Yeah. So, no, they're going to say it's not. No. Hughesville ball. Across the timeline, that's Hoover. Goes around Crownover, screen to Hanford. Down inside, nice pass down inside. Crownover, great job getting to the basket. He'll draw the foul. You can see that Nick Tagliaferri has tried various things. Early in the ball game, it was raining threes. You know, we haven't seen, I don't think we've seen anybody even try a three for quite a while here.
In the second half, I'm not so sure we've seen a three shot. Stats man extraordinaire, Ken. Richie Mason says no. There was no three shot in the second half of this ball game after 7 of them in the first half and really seemed to make a difference.
Josh
Both
Crownover.
teams just not shooting well from the foul line at all.
Josh misses the
Hughesville now 4 for 8.
Up
Make
and
that
good.
5 for 9. Montoursville Warriors 10 for 16. They picked it up a little bit, but they were shooting about 50% for the longest time there.
12
Full court
points.
pressure.
12 points now for Crownover. Montoursville gets it up. Well, that was close to 10. Here's Heap, baseline jumper in, good. Travis Heap, and a timeout's going to be called by Montoursville. They're going to call a 30-second timeout. Any 3-hole subs, $12.99 any day, any time at Subway. Hughesville on top by 15.
Fisher Insurance and Fisher Financial Group has been serving the area since 1966. They're the largest Erie insurance agency in Lycoming County. Owner Jerry Fisher and Tom Toller are certified insurance counselors and have years of education to reach their mark of distinction status, specializing in business and commercial insurance for home, auto, life, and so much more. And for great rates and great service, better coverage, call Fisher today, 323-3600.
All right, we're back here at Montoursville after the timeout. Jamie Spencer spending some time during the timeout talking to his team and the officials, asking a question about something. 52-37 with 6:27 to go. Montoursville puts full court pressure up. Hanford has to climb the ladder to get that. Pass deflected, but Taggart picks it up. Greg decides to pull it out.
Eric Flood into the ball game for the Warriors.
Hoover to Taggart. Looks. Hoover. Gurney in the corner. There's our 3 attempt. Couldn't hit it, though. Molesky gets the miss. Travis Heap looking. See if he can take it all the way. He does. It's good, and a foul's going to be called. Travis Heap now with 17 points in the ball game and trying to add to it.
13-point lead. Now they've whittled it down. They've done this before. They'll get it down to 12, 11, 13, and then Hughesville comes up and gets a couple of scores back-to-back. Cody Halp into the ball game. Flood will sit down.
3rd foul on Brian Hoover for Hughesville.
No, it's amazing. There's been a lot of fouls in this ball game for Hughesville, but nobody really is in foul trouble. They have a bunch of guys with 3, but they spread them out very well. And a miss at the foul line. Travis Heaps usually is a far better foul shooter than he is tonight.
Up to the left side now. That's Hoover. Looks down at Drew Eisworth, but doesn't give it to him. Drew Eisworth in the game now for Hughesville. That's Gurney. Drives, attacks, and there's going to be a foul call. Going to be a push. Going down the lane.
Going to go against Barton.
That's 3 on him. Jordan Barton's third personal foul. So that means now you get a chance to shoot 1-and-1. That was the 9th team foul. Kresmer back into the ball game, and Barton will sit down. 5:47 left, 52-39 Hughesville. Crowd was roaring in the first half with all those threes back up and down the floor. Second half, it's been, emotion here and there. Missed shot. Gurney gets it back and brings it out to Brian Hoover.
This is probably the worst shooting from the foul line I've seen out of Hughesville. Almost a turnover there. Hughesville regains possession.
13-point lead by the Spartans with 5.5 to go. They're going to get Haupt down inside for grabbing the jersey, I think is what they're going to be the call. Cody Bay, I believe, will pick up the personal foul. And that will be the 10th foul against the Montoursville Warriors. And that means Hughesville will shoot the double bonus the rest of the way. And Addison Hanford. Addison, there you see Nick Tagliaferri talking. One thing about coaches hardly ever stop talking. Did you ever notice that?
Yeah, in basketball, I think they like to keep a rhythm on the floor, even though most people can't hear them.
That's right. Hanford makes the first. It's a 14-point lead at 53-39 with 5.5 to play. Addison will get another chance. Misses it. Ball banged around, and Kresmer comes out with it. Kresmer to Heap. Heap centers, looks left side for Jacobson for the tray. Up, no good. Ball into the lane, and here's Gurney. Gurney brings it back up. Trying to figure out where to go. Crownover set up in the low post. On this side, left side. The other side, Eisworth now sets up the high post. Into Crownover. Looks to see if anyone to pass it as they double him. He steps through it, puts it up and in anyway. Nice job to fight through the double team. He's got 14 points now.
Both Hanford, and Crownover have a reverse pivot move in the paint that is just almost unstoppable.
Jacobson thinks about the three and sets, gives it to Kresmer. Kresmer pushed from behind. I believe Drew Eisworth's going to get that one. We'll double check as the officials come to the table. Yep, Drew Eisworth second. Both teams into the bonus now. Davis back into the ball game. Jordan Holmes back in. Taggart and Eisworth sit down for the Spartans. They've developed a great following, babe. They really have a wonderful following. As soon as the doors open here to Montoursville's gym tonight, Hughesville Green took over one whole side of the gym.
And they were here early. They were here for the JV game, cheering at the JV game. And you're right, they are here early. They come in, they have a great following. They packed the Millionaire Gym for that game against Prep Charter.
Sure did. 4 points now by Kresmer as he makes the first free throw. Gets set for another. And it's good. Dave Kresmer has 5 points in the ball game. Jordan Barton back in for Montoursville. 55-41, Hughesville leading, 4:40 to go. Some token pressure in the backcourt, just man-to-man straight-up pressure. No trapping by Montoursville. Gurney around a pick set by Hanford, gets it back out to Holmes. He goes around a pick set up by Hanford, dumps it down to Crownover. Tried to get it to Hanford coming down the lane. Ball gets knocked out of bounds. It's off Montoursville. Montoursville cheerleaders do a good job of catching the ball. Timeout's going to be called with 4:23 left to play in this basketball game. Any three-hole subs, $12.99 any day, any time. At Subway, Hughesville's up by 14.
The place to go before and after the game. The Lodge, Golden Strip, and Williamsport. New GM Tommy Best back in town. Boy, you guys have great food.
Absolutely. We got great burger, steaks. Our mile-high nachos are world famous and best ribs in town.
Yeah, check out the great entertainment. Happy hour Friday night. What else?
Karaoke every Wednesday. Thursdays we have a Texas Hold'em tournament and live entertainment every Saturday night.
Check it out before and after the game. The Lodge, Golden Strip, and Williamsport. Again this year, Europe is one of the top travel destinations, and AAA Travel is your top European travel planner. With escorted tours, cruises, or customized itineraries anywhere in Europe, AAA Travel represents the best European tour companies and cruise lines. for the best vacation at the best prices. And this year, AAA offers special group tours to Iceland and Ireland, plus cruises on the Mediterranean and the Danube River. So call AAA today or visit AAA.com and experience the best of Europe this year.
Spartans to inbound out of the timeout, and the ball gets knocked out of bounds. Hanford throws it off Molesky, goes right back out of bounds. We'll do it again. Move up a few inches. Dump it to Holmes in the backcourt. Another good thing about for Hughesville playing on this floor is this is a very popular playoff site from District 4, and sometimes in the first round of states. So this is a good opportunity to get used to the feel of this floor. There's a foul on the far side there.
And of course they played at Williamsport last week, and that's another popular site. So
yep.
they've got two of the better sites here in District 4 that they get some experience on.
Vince Molesky picks up his 4th personal foul. So Molesky has 4 now for Montoursville as Addison Hanford hits back to the free throw line. Hits it. He's got 9 points now in the ball game. 9 points for Hanford.
Molesky will stay in the ball game. He has 14 points.
56-41. Spartans out in front, 4:13 left. Add another 10 points now for Addison Hanford. 57-41, Hughesville.
Back to a 16-point lead for the Spartans.
Heap drives in, gets stopped, kicks it out. Jacobson fires for the 3. Can't hit it. Rebound Haupt. Goes down, loses his footing, and the ball comes out, and Hanford saves it. Gurney brings it up in a hurry. Davis back out to Gurney. Hoover says, let's play. Spartans with a lead and the ball. They try to go over the backside. Hoover up, can't hit it. Bodies down all over the place. The ball will go out of bounds. It'll be Montoursville basketball.
Ball came down out of bounds on top of Hoover. They almost kept that alive.
It was a good drive. He just didn't finish it.
It was a nice play. They ran a nice play there. They had good spacing. They got the pass off inside. Just couldn't get it to fall.
Travis Heap looks and sets up the pick. Goes right side. That's Kresmer in the right corner. Penetrates. Back out to Molesky. He'll shoot the 3. Not hit it. Rebound. It'll be a foul on Jacobson over the back. As going up to get the rebound is going to be Brian Gurney, and he will be fouled, and he'll shoot at the other end now after the foul on Jacobson, his 2nd of the ball game. So with 3:20 left to play, guys are getting a chance to practice their free throw shooting.
They're going to get a chance here. Hughesville's been in the double bonus now for quite a while. They'll shoot 2. Only 17 fouls against Hughesville, so Montoursville's a ways off.
Brian Gurney now with 13 points as he hits that first one.
Hughesville now 9 for 15 from the foul line. They've picked it up a little. They were shooting at 50% from the foul line, and that's not good. Going into the playoffs, you hope you're shooting a little bit better than that from the foul line. Make that 10 for 16 now.
Back up to an 18-point lead. The biggest lead of the ball game was 19 at one point. Montoursville was able to cut it a couple of times, but Hughesville keeps building it up. Here's Travis Heap going in. Looks in the lane. Molesky shot partially deflected. Ball loose on the floor. Big pile up, and Molesky ends up with it, but his pass is stolen by Hanford. Nice steal by Addison Hanford. Whoop, gonna be a foul in the backcourt. Molesky just fouled out of the ball game.
Yeah.
Vince Molesky has fouled out of the ball game with 2:53 left to play in the game.
That was a hustle foul from Molesky. I mean, you're trying to make things happen under there. You got a loose ball. You're scrambling for it, and you're just trying to make a play. And you know, I don't think that you can fault Molesky on that one. He was hustling.
Curtis Jacobson back in the ball game now for Montoursville. 2:53 left, 59-41. Molesky sits down with 14 points tonight. Up and good, Brian Gurney, I should say. 15 points now. So Gurney hits the first one. Back to a 19-point lead. He can make it 20 with 2:53 left.
20 will be the biggest he does. That'll be the biggest lead of the ball game now for the Hughesville Spartans. 2:50 to go here in the 4th period. And I don't think there's enough time for Montoursville to get back in this ball game, but I know Jamie Spencer would like to see something good happen here to end this game.
Well, he's coaching now for the next game. He's starting to coaching. These are the things we need to work on. These are the things we want to run. These are the things that will help us later on. Travis Heap, baseline, no good. Kresmer, back up, no good, but a foul inside. That's where you see Jamie in the bottom part of your screen clapping, because that's the kind of rebounding they have to have if they're going to go anywhere in the postseason.
Foul's going to go against Crownover. That'll be 4 on him.
I have it as 3.
They have 3, yeah. You're right.
Kresmer puts it up and an out and in. Dave Kresmer with 6 points now. 4 of his 6 points at the free throw line. 61-42 with 2:31 left in this one. Coming up after the game, our Lodge post-game show. We'll have the Lodge post-game show. Kresmer puts it up and in, 7 points. Gentry, or Gurney, I keep wanting to call him Gentry. Gurney brings it up on the right side to Taggart. Gurney and Hoover. Taggart. Down low, Crownover's going to be fouled. People keep trying to drive the ball away from behind, and that's not usually going to work.
Yeah, you play defense with your feet, not with your hands. And right now the Montoursville Warriors playing with their hands and picking up a ton of fouls.
At the line will be Josh Crownover, who's had a big night. Brian Gurney has had a big night with 16. Crownover with 14. Hanford with 10. And Crownover adds to his numbers. 15 now for him. Holmes had 7 points. I think all those, I believe, were in the first half. 62-43, make it 63 as Josh Crownover with 16 points now.
Opens the lead back up to 20.
2:15 left. Heat goes right side of Haupt. Haupt into the paint, tried to do a wraparound pass to Kresmer. It was deflected, and Hughesville has it again with 2 minutes left.
Boy, Hughesville plays good defense in the paint. At that time, you know, Haupt took the ball across. Kresmer does what he has to do, gets to the backside, but Hughesville just surrounds him. Gets a takeaway.
Hanford outside with Kresmer close to him. Gets it to Taggart. Hughesville spreading the floor, running clock here. Montoursville coming out and trying to put some pressure on him. The Spartans, and now Kresmer's going to reach in and touch him and foul him. That's 3 on Kresmer. And Addison Hanford will once again go to the free throw line. He is, I believe, 6 for 7 at the free throw line tonight. I know he's got 6 made at the line. He's got a total of 10 points. Minute 34 left. Shot up and no good by Addison Hanford. Montoursville now going to bring in Dale Upright. Ryan Hawker's coming into the ball game for Montoursville.
Blake Grilsford will come into the ball game for Montoursville. Mike Bohr will come into the ball game, and Matt Ayers will come into the ball game. We missed somebody, Ken. Yep. I think we may have missed. You said Ryan Hawker. You got him in.
There's one that. Well, we'll check it. One not on our sheet. Now Hughesville's going to bring more people in. Going to bring in Jonathan Hoot's going to come into the ball game now for Hughesville. Also coming into the ball game, Ryan Akers. So we'll check them out as they come up and down. Minute 34 left. Hanford still at the line.
Andy Leisure into the ball game, number 5 for the Spartans.
Hanford misses the free throw. Ball kicked around, and it comes out to Upright. He brings it up the right side. Stop. Looks for help. Hawker. Upright. Bohr. Hawker gets a chance into the lane. Loses the ball, and Addison Hanford comes out with it. 1 minute, 10 seconds left to play. For the ball team from Hughesville to pick up win number 18. And they'll be content to run clock. Jonathan Hoot with it. Goes down low to Leitcher. Kicks it back out to Hanford. Over to the left side. That's Derek Benedict. Down inside, Leitcher's turnaround jumper up and good. So Leitcher picks up 2 points. 65-43, 35 seconds left. Both coaches hoping for some good weather next week to be able to get their team back into rhythm, finish out the season with a lot of games, and then get ready for their playoff pairings.
Season ends. Districts are set up next weekend, so you got 1 week to get the rest of your games in. Ken and I have one on Tuesday and one on Friday. We'll be up at Jersey Shore, Milton, on Tuesday, Friday up at Williamsport with University City out of Philadelphia against the Williamsport Millionaires next Saturday night. And that's going to be it.
So the final score is going to give the Hughesville Spartans their 18th win of the year. Any 3-hole subs, $12.99 any day, anytime at Subway. Hughesville winning over Montoursville 65-43. The Lodge postgame show's coming up next.
No question, one of the best-selling cars in the world is Honda, and Fairfield Honda have the 08s. What a year Bill Cassini is going to be. Back here at the Halls Pennsdale exit off I-180. Boy, you've got a great assortment already. Let's talk about it.
Oh, we sure do, Gary. We've got to our left here behind us is the #1 selling minivan in the market today, bar none. It is the best van. There's no question about that.
Okay, Honda Odyssey, and that's just, you talk about it's got every bell and whistle you want. That's what makes it so good.
Oh, absolutely. Rear entertainment, navigation system. You can't get lost. You can keep the kids happy, and this is the one to take on vacation.
Okay, I know one thing you're impressed about. The cars you sell, the Honda, incredible gas mileage, the fit right behind us. Tell me more about that.
Yeah, this is a great little car, and fortunately, we just got a couple in. We had trouble keeping these in stock. We're selling them as fast as we get them. 37 miles to a gallon. It's a brand new car. It's almost like a little wagon. You can haul a lot of stuff in it, so it's a very, very versatile little car.
Well, and the big bestseller, Honda Civic, gets bigger every year. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, that's a redesigned car, which is right behind us here, this little red one, 40 miles to a gallon, and you got to drive this car. It's just great to drive.
Okay, if you're looking for a mini SUV, the Honda CR-V, it looks a little bit bigger than the last one. New look for 08. What a good-looking vehicle.
It's a great vehicle, Gary. It was just voted the #1 selling SUV on the market today. It's a Honda CR-V, 28 miles to a gallon. You can't say anything bad about it. You just got to get in here and drive it.
Bill, congratulations. It's going to be a huge 08. Looks like it's going to be a lot of fun selling these cars this year.
We're looking forward to it, Gary. We're growing month by month, and we're just getting better and better, and that's the way we want to be at Fairfield Honda.
That's right. Check it out. Halls Pennsdale exit off I-180, Fairfield Honda. Fairfield for fair deals. Well, you know the name from Home Mortgages. Now, Joan Kennedy is here at Fish Real Estate in the Golden Strip. Joan, congratulations.
Thank you very much, Gary. I'm part of Fish Real Estate's team, and I'm very happy to be here.
Tell you what, they've been at it 50-plus years. Solid name in real estate, and now you're dealing with people selling homes. You love working with the people.
I really do. The area of Lycoming County and surrounding areas are very pleasant to work with, and I enjoy helping them.
Okay, what is that phone number here at Fish Real Estate?
326-1561.
Joan Kennedy, Fish Real Estate. Fisher Insurance and Fisher Financial Group has been serving the area since 1966. They're the largest Erie insurance agency in Lycoming County. Owner Jerry Fisher and Tom Toller are certified insurance counselors and have years of education to reach their mark of distinction status, specializing in business and commercial insurance for home, auto, life, and so much more. And for great rates and great service, better coverage, call Fisher today, 323-3600. Rainbow Carpet, your flooring headquarters for over 20 years in Central PA, has you covered for all the new flooring designs. The Masser family will help you every step of the way with those new creative ideas, from carpeting, ceramic tile, laminate, vinyl, hardwoods, including exotic hardwoods like bamboo and Brazilian cherry. And their carpet and cleaning service and water and fire restoration is second to none. For all your flooring needs, see Tony, Mary, Anthony, and John, the Masser family at Rainbow Carpet. The place to go before and after the game, the Lodge, Golden Strip, and Williamsport. New GM Tommy Best back in town. Boy, you guys have great food.
Absolutely. We got great burger steaks. Our mile-high nachos are world famous, and best ribs in town.
Yeah, check out the great entertainment. Happy Hour Friday night. What else?
Karaoke every Wednesday. Thursdays we have a Texas Hold'em tournament and live entertainment every Saturday night.
Check it out before and after the game, the Lodge, Golden Strip, and
Welcome back to the Lodge postgame show here at Montoursville High School tonight, where the Hughesville Spartans have defeated the Montoursville Warriors 65-43, the final score. An impressive win by the Spartans tonight. They used a lot of players, Mayor, to get this victory.
Well, you know the Spartans have a lot of players. Nick Tagliaferri's built a lot of depth on this team, and with that depth, they can bring people in, and they don't skip a beat. Holmes comes in, nothing changes. Taggart comes in, nothing changes, and they just overpower you as the game goes on. And we saw that in the second half of the ball game. Montoursville would make a move, they'd pick up about a 5-point run, and then just like that, they'd get the 5 points back. And I was really impressed most with Hughesville tonight with the defense that they played. I thought they really played a hard in-your-face defense and never allowed Montoursville to get into their shooting game, never allowed the Montoursville get into the rhythm that they needed to get into offensively. I was impressed with Montoursville's defense also on the other side, but the offense from Hughesville was able to capitalize on some things and get some points where the offense from Montoursville wasn't able to do it. Both these teams headed into the playoffs. This Hughesville team's for real. I think a lot of people question, do they play good teams? Are they ready to play in the big games? Well, they showed that against Prep Charter, and I think a lot of people were still a little skeptical. Was that a lucky game? Maybe Prep Charter was down. But you saw tonight the power that they have. They can really dominate teams, and they have another level to take it to, too. Brian Gurney and Josh Crownover, 16 points each. They'll be joining us on the Lodge postgame show when we continue. Interview some of the stars of the game for the Lodge postgame show. Coming up next on the Fairfield Auto Group Game of the Week.
The place to go before and after the game. The Lodge, Golden Strip, and Williamsport. New GM Tommy Best back in town. Boy, you guys have great food.
Absolutely. We got great burger, steaks. Our mile-high nachos are world famous, and best ribs in town.
Yeah, check out the great entertainment. Happy hour Friday night. What else?
Karaoke every Wednesday. Thursdays we have a Texas Hold'em tournament and live entertainment every Saturday night.
Check it out before and after the game. The Lodge, Golden Strip, and Williamsport.
And now we go to Phil live at the big game.
Well, I don't know what it's like outdoors, but I've got 72 degrees and a really great seat.
Yeah, who cares if it snows when you're
under the dome, huh?
Dome schmome, pal. I'm at home. Go, go! Touchdown, yes! Well, here's who to call for custom-made indoor weather in your dome. Schmome, home.
Call Forsberg Furnace Company, your Carrier dealer, at 322-3392.
Carrier, custom-made indoor weather.
For years, I ate fried food and burgers that looked like this. And I looked like this. Then I found Subway restaurants. And I realized I could enjoy lots of great tasting food without lots of fat. Like the tasty sweet onion chicken teriyaki sandwich, juicy chicken strips, veggies, and a delicious sweet onion sauce, all on freshly baked bread with just 5 grams of fat. What have you got to lose? Later, big guy. Subway, eat fresh.
Here we are live at the Stearns Plaza, the unveiling of City Bus to River Valley Transit.
Over 1 million passengers ride River Valley Transit yearly.
River Valley Transit operates buses 6 days a week.
River Valley Transit has easy fare passes for as low as $2.
Ride the River Valley Transit to the Lycoming Mall.
I love River Valley Transit. Seniors ride free and they get bonus bucks.
River Valley Transit.
We're getting you there.
Is your greatest investment your car, your home, your family lifestyle? Some insurance companies expect you to gamble them all based on a 10-minute call to an 800 number. A professional independent agent like the Wilkinson Dunn Company will evaluate your unique situation, find the best coverage and price from a variety of insurance companies, and will make sure your needs are taken care of, personally and face-to-face. Don't gamble, get the right coverage for the right price at the Wilkinson Dunn Company.
Wouldn't it be great to cruise the islands right now in a beautiful new Royal Caribbean cruise ship? Enjoy delicious food, exciting entertainment, and casinos and much more while cruising to destinations such as Mexico, Bermuda, the Caribbean, Europe, and Alaska. Royal Caribbean cruises are more affordable than you may think, and with cruising, all your essentials are included, like lodging and meals. But you better book right now. That's right, for the best rate, call AAA today or check them at AAA.com for the cruise of a lifetime.
Welcome back to Montoursville, the Lodge post-game show here at Montoursville High School. Hughesville winning it tonight. 18 wins, and 32 of the 65 points came from these two guys, Babe Mayer.
Yeah, I'll tell you what a ball game they have. Josh Cronover, I told Josh before we went on the air here, I said, you know, I was hard on him at the beginning of the prep charter game. I said he's really going to be outmanned underneath. He wasn't outmanned. If anything, he really stepped it up. I think he took him to the task underneath the basket. Thought you had to do the same thing tonight. It was a physical game in the paint. But you stood tall, got some points.
I knew that they were probably going to double me since Reason and Brian were both not really with us this week in practice. So I knew that if I got the ball and they doubled, I could look for Addison cutting or kick out to this guy.
Yeah, Gurney did a good job out in the perimeter of hitting some shots early on, but so did everybody else. I thought they did a great job of getting the ball into the paint to you. You were kicking it back out. Things were going well. Second half, you didn't kick it back out anymore. What was going on there?
I got a little tired of them hanging on me, and I was like, I'm just going to put the ball in, and you're going to have to try and stop me one way or the other.
Well, Gurn was out there going, come on, kick it back out. I mean, you guys had 4 threes in the first half. I don't know if you took a 3-point shot in the second half, Ken.
I think Brian tried one toward the end of the second half. But it was almost like the first half was going to shoot these 3-pointers after he went to Josh early and then shoot threes. The second half was like Coach told you not to shoot threes.
Well, nah, he just wanted us to go inside and kind of get something established. That you can't really rely on threes all night. And like once we pulled them out and stretched them out, we were able to get Josh some one-on-one matchups, and that's really where he got a lot of his points in the second half.
What are your guys' goal now? You've got a big week next week. You've qualified for districts. You're going to be the #1 seed. You know, is the league championship still on your mind?
Oh, well, yeah. Anytime, we just want to win championships, period. Like any kind of championship you can get, we just want to go for, and that's obviously big because we haven't won that in a while, so it's something we want to get.
Well, see the big play of the game with the River Valley Transit big play of the game, and you're going to see Brian Gurney. He's going to take one of the key shots as Hughesville. You know, early in the ball game, the Spartans came out, pulled away from the Montoursville Warriors. Montoursville kept pulling back into the ball game. So key shots like that were the ones that made the difference. The River Valley Transit big play of the game, and you guys finally pulled away, and they kept being pesky. But then after that, you finished them off with a big win.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we were. Our threes weren't going that second half, and they were able to hang around, and we weren't getting through screens. They were setting a lot of screens from Molesky, and we let him get open. But we kept running, and we kept going, and eventually we were able to wear him out and get some easy layups and able to stretch the lead.
You know, I thought the big difference in this ball game between the two teams was the way you guys played defense. I thought this was probably maybe one of the better defensive games you've played, because I thought at one point in that game that it came down to defense. They started to make runs on you, and your defense was just in their face, would get turnovers, and you guys got points back. Coach told me before the game, told Ken and I before the game, that he needed a good defensive game out of you guys tonight. Did you step it up?
Yeah. Coach did an especially good job of keeping fresh bodies in there and getting good rotations. He knows who can guard who and who's capable of what. So he did a great job keeping fresh people in there so we didn't get too tired.
Gurn, you told me your brother, who 2 years ago here, you know, we heard about you. You know, we said, hey, he's got a younger brother. Taylor Volpe was his brother who had a great season here a couple of years ago. Said he's got a younger brother that's really good. The next thing I know, they moved to North Carolina. You got to feel good about coming back.
Oh, yeah, it's just good to come back where, you know, I grew up and went through elementary school and everything. It's just nice to come back and play a local rival.
Good game, guys.
Great game, guys. Congratulations to the Lodge stars of the game. Our Lodge post-game show will continue from Montoursville after these messages.
Game, guys.
The place to go before and after the game. The Lodge, Golden Strip, and Williamsport. New GM Tommy Best back in town. Boy, you guys have great food.
Absolutely. We got great burger, steaks. Our mile-high nachos are world famous, and best ribs in town.
Check out the great entertainment. Happy hour Friday night. What else?
Karaoke every Wednesday.